Quick second on camera. I'm gonna wrap this around my ears because I'm getting real cold. And we'll see, all crazy how much shy. And we'll get the show on the road. Why is that poking out? Shalom. This foremost. To honest to the elders and apostles of great millstone who do rule and teach well. This young buddy here, Shamash one on Yehuda. Gonna keep camp brief today. Extremely cold today. Wasn't blizzarding, so I didn't think it didn't warrant doing a sit down inside. So still came out here. Just gonna, that's not charging. Just gonna keep it brief, get into my points, and we're gonna go split. It is really cold, and my camera, my phone, it has a limited amount of time it can really work in cold. So been having a little bit of problems getting my articles set up. You know how it was received, constantly trying to mitigate you in the faith. Normally I could just come out here, get it. I tether my phone with Bluetooth to my iPad. I'm usually able to pull out everything with relative ease, no difficulty. But now it's just not working at all. But now I got it to work, and at least the website loaded, so that's a good start. If I can get the articles, If I can, I can't. I'm not really going to be tripping out today, and I'm actually not going to use the iPad that much because my hands are going to get too cold. So we'll do it the classical way, and rolling, it'll be edifying. So just give me a quick second. Put these on. Now we can get moving. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1. And I'll start at verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She cries in the chief place of the concourse, in the opening of the gates of the city. She uttereth her word saying, right? Wisdom crieth without, right? She uttereth her voice in the streets, right? What do we do? We're on the highways and byways. That represents us. We're the voice of wisdom. Wisdom is Yahushai, right? Wisdom is Yahushai, and we're the ones speaking the wisdom out here on the highways and byways, giving Yahushai to the people, even though they don't want it. 2/3 of our people don't want it, and heathens, they definitely don't want it, because heathens, they couldn't get it even if they wanted to. because Yahweh Shai are dealing with heathens. We're dealing with Israel, right? So-called blacks, these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. He's not dealing with Esau, Edom. Right? Now you have some of us that may look like Edomites, that may look like Moabites, that may look like these different nations, but at the end of the day, they true nationality, they go back to being is the nation Israel. Alright? They come out of that original Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Right? Verse 22, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Exactly. So how long, you simple ones, right? Right? Will you love simplicity, right? Because that's what these people like. They like simplicity. They're 9 to 5. They go home. They smoke a cigarette and have a beer, and they call it a day, and have a pizza. Or they go. They want to eat whatever they want because that makes life simple. It's hard to live the way we do. Every time I go to a restaurant, actually I hate going to restaurants, but when I'm forced to, basically, I hate it because I have to sit here and have to look and see, okay, does this have pork in it? Does this have pork in it? And I've gone to the point now where I don't give a fuck, I'll go out and I'll ask, if I go to a restaurant, I'll ask the waitress, hey, does this soy sauce have pork in it? And I'll ask, because I went to a Thai restaurant a few months ago, maybe like a month ago or so, and I asked the lady that, she said no. She crieth in the chief place, right? And the scorners delight in the scorning, right? Fools hate knowledge, right? So how long are we gonna live in this time, man? How long you people gonna stay like this? When the scorners delight in their scorning, right? Scorners, people like to come up and make fun of us, that we look stupid or that we're stupid, and this and that. Or my favorite is the guys that say that we wear dresses, and then my favorite above those guys are the guys that try to say that we're gay. I love those guys, man. Those type of scorners are actually fucking hilarious because it literally makes no sense. We sit here and we openly speak against that kind of stuff, and these guys don't care. They still call us gay anyway. Like that guy who made that funny video. You find that on the internet of he took like the elders of the New York camp and he edited them behind some prison bars, and it's the funniest thing. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing, man. He's talking against the Lord's elect, man. So let's just say, man, you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. So you don't get it. Turn you at my reproof, and behold, I'll pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Right? That Holy Spirit. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Because ye have set at naught my counsel, but at none at my reproof, right, which means to correct. I also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Alright, and that's what we're going to do. Right? The Lord is going to laugh through his men. Alright, so when that time comes and Jacob's trouble comes down, alright, we're gonna be the ones that are gonna be laughing at you. Like physically laughing, because you guys deserve it. Right? Why? We gotta read that again. Because you have said not on my counsel, or none of my reproof. Alright? Because we would stand out here, we come out here week in, week out, cold, hot, muggy, fucking dry temperatures. It don't matter. Like, I'm out here and it's cold as fuck right now, man. And I'm still out here. And you don't see hundreds and thousands of people coming up to my camp saying, hey, brother, tell us what's this whole Israel thing about, man? What is all this about, You don't come around and ask me that. And it don't matter when I come out, that's right now, it's like pretty early, right? But I could come late. I could come at 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock, nobody. Come here. I never camped as late as 4, at least not in Ithaca. But if I did, then there'll still be nobody, because they don't care. They just want to have their simplicity and their ease and their comfort, right? Because psychology is the study of the spirit, right? Psychologists have figured out that people They desire comfort almost above all else. People are willing to trade a lot of things for their comfort, you know. And of course, we're gonna trade wisdom. People do evil things for comfort, right? Think about man. Think about drug dealers, right? People do very wickedly just so they can eat, right? I'm gonna have to glue this Bible together. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I think I'm gonna need to buy a new one. But yeah, because this Bible, it broke up on me last week, so we'll have to buy a new one. I'm gonna steal some of these guys' precepts they got here. What's in Jeremiah 7:13? We'll see Jeremiah 7:13. And I think I saw Isaiah. I know Isaiah is pretty well. So, since we're here in Jeremiah, we'll go to Jeremiah first. Okay, so Jeremiah is after Isaiah. Good to know. It's 2. Alright, Jeremiah 7:13. And now, because you've done all these works, saith the Lord, I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but you heard not, and I called you, but you answered not. Exactly. So that's what we do when we come out here, man. We come out, we teach, we don't listen. There's a deeper context within Jeremiah, right? But just getting to the point here, you people, you don't call. You call and you don't listen. That's another one. Isaiah 65:13, right? Because y'all didn't listen, right? Isaiah 65:12. I'll start at 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord and forget my holy mountain, and prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish a drink for that offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, because ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer; when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did that wherein I delight not. Alright, and that's what people do, man. You people do evil where the Lord delighteth not. Right? And Jake is evil. Jake do run trains on girls. They do gang rapings. Jake ain't right. People saying, "Oh, Jake ain't all that bad." Jake is horrible. They rob, they steal. Now, rape is a bit complicated, right? You could technically do it. You just can't do it in this society. It's not against the law, right? But you can't do it in this society. But Jake does the gang stuff with multiple guys. Jake is pure evil, man. Jake is actually evil. The robbing, stealing, murder. Jake even make fun of other Jake that have like illnesses and stuff. Like I've seen it with my own eyes. A Jake will have like a speech impediment, and all the other Jakes would come up and make fun of him. That isn't cool. Jake is the one complaining this and that. That's why I posted that funny photo. White supremacy is a bunch of Jakes fucking ruining up a city. Because that's what Jake does. So let's see here. I want to hurry up and get to my points real quick, because, as I said, I'm not really going to be out here too long today. Oh no. Yep. It got too cold for my iPad. Yep, this thing is down. We're gonna hurry up. Be here for around 20 more minutes or so, because that just died out on me. It just it wasn't even dead, but now it says that it needs to be charged. So I know that it's really cold. So we're gonna just be out here about another 20 minutes or so. Then we'll wrap up, because it's too cold even for my technology, which that's how you know it's fucking bad. Nothing I could do for that. I guess I could put like a hand warmer on here or something, but I need that for my hands, man. That's how bad it is right now. I'm not really used to this kind of cold like other brothers are. I've been here for some years, but I've only camped for about a year. Let's get Isaiah 66 and 4. And let's get Ezekiel 8 and 18. Because I want to go into that article. I'll try to recount it as best as possible. But let me actually see which precepts I wanted to get again. I'll just speak on it real quick. Basically, the article is talking about debt. Basically, how debt is getting so bad for people because the interest rates hikes. Even though they say inflation is going down, people are still having problems paying back the debt that they owe, like the credit that they owe during the pandemic. Ezekiel 8 and 18, Isaiah 66 and 4, right? Ezekiel 8 and 18. We get that one first. This is the book of Ezekiel 8. I'll start here. Ezekiel 8 and 17. They said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Alright, and that's what Jake is doing, man. Fill the land with violence. It's funny. Jake is doing the same thing here. He did it back then, but they're doing it here. They're committing violence. They're doing shootings, drive-bys, gunning each other down, etc., etc. Same thing they did, back then, doing wickedness, doing evil, right? They're doing the same thing now, because Jake just ain't right. Jake just ain't right, all right? Jake is wicked, man. Jake just wicked, from the inside out. Jake doing all the drugs, smoking weed. As I made the example before, man, I said, Jake, don't make fun of people for fucking no reason, man. And that part where they put the branch into their nose, and I think that brothers say that goes to smoking weed, And that's with other brothers before. I always taught that. And that means that these guys out here, Jake is out here smoking weed. So this is a weed scripture, man. Jake putting that branch to their nose, getting high. Right? I just saw one Jake. Oh man, you look like a bug out, man. He just like fucking stared at me like a fucking deer in headlights. They gave me a big ass grin too. It was like, what the fuck? Those them demons, man. It's the same way Satan. He shut down my iPad. So I can't really get all the articles that I wanted to get. I had a few things, but it isn't a really big deal because I already know the precepts. that I want to get into. But yeah, I'm actually going to start talking about what I want to talk about. So I read this article on MSN. It was something entitled like debt, like violent debt, basically. People basically can't like during the pandemic. It was basically someone's story, but I guess a lot of people are dealing with it. And so it's like this family, and they were $10,000 in credit debt, right? Which is, it's probably more than $10,000 unless their credit. I don't think credit freezes fucking debt, So I guess they have a lot of money that they have to pay back, and they're probably having to fucking pay with interest, right? And now they have the interest rate, so it's probably higher, right? So during that, I guess that 2-year period, they had $10,000 in credit debt, right? And they can't pay it back. But all these things are prophesied to happen, right? It was written as prophecy. So let me go see if I can look for Habakkuk real quick. Oh fuck, my feet are getting cold. I'm gonna have to put these hand warmers in my feet, in my boots. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? We're gonna get Habakkuk first, though, and then I think look at something else too to prove it. I gotta get better with figuring out where scriptures are. I don't really know offhand. Yeah, so Habakkuk chapter 2. Just get to the point here. We're gonna get ready to close out in a few. Slakia. Fuck. Lost where I was. There you go. Habakkuk chapter 2. Verse why am I at Zephaniah again? What the fuck? Oh, it's the fucking page. I didn't mean to say fucking, that's the page. Slop, yeah. It's annoying because like the pages, we got stuck for some fucking reason. Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, verse 4. Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not by Edom, and the just shall live by faith. Right? I don't think we got into it, but Isaiah 65, I think 13 says that, my servants shall eat, but thou shalt be hungry. Right? My servants shall drink, but thou shalt be thirsty. So we're the ones that are going to eat during the time of Jacob's trouble, while the rest of you starve and die, basically. Which is pretty fucking funny, because you guys are the same niggas that were making fun of us, saying that, oh, look at y'all this, y'all that, y'all don't got a lot of money, y'all poor, y'all don't live in big ass mansions, but hey, that big ass mansion ain't gonna mean shit when you hungry. Plus, we know that during that time there'll be riots and fightings, and so you guys are not gonna have a good time. Also because he transgresseth by wine is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who largely desires hell, and is deaf and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, evil unto him all people. Right? So because he transgressed by wine, his philosophies, right? And he doesn't keep at home because he has like 700 military bases. I have a second article that I was gonna get out if my iPad would fucking work. But it's an old model and it gets cold and it doesn't work. I don't have money, so I can't buy another one. Basically, the point of it, the second article is that the United States wants to move into the Philippines build military bases in the Philippines to fight against China.